Long ago, it was rather normal for grandmothers to raise their grandchildren because there was disease that killed off so many people that it had to be done. It wasn't a choice. It had to be done. And so this grandmother lived on a hill, and she was raising one grandson. And he every day would get wood for the fire. He would get water from the stream below. He would clean up his bedroom and clean up the living room and bring his grandmother materials to make baskets, or bring her materials to make sweaters, or bring her materials for whatever she was doing. And he knew just what to get if she wanted medicine, or if she wanted berries or fish or meat. He knew just what to do for his grandmother. She was that special to him. Well, the years went by, and he went from 12 to 14 to 16. Young man now, he was a young man. And as a young man, he started to daydream about what's happening in the village. He would look upon the village from the high hill. He did wonder what everybody's doing. He would see people running back and forth. And he would think to himself, I could be enjoying myself with them. But look, I have to take care of my grandmother. And this built up in him. And he thought to himself, every day I get wood. Every day I get water. Every day it's this. Every day it's that. I'm getting tired of it all. The more he looked at the village, the more he saw the men and women and children playing down there. And here he is by himself. This went on and on. It took a long time for him to get totally fed up. And so his grandmother said, you didn't get enough water. That did it. You didn't get enough water. Go and get some more. The washing needs more water than that. You should know that. Oh, the boy didn't like that at all. He said, well, this is the last time I'm going to go and get water for you. And he slammed the door. Oh, right in his grandmother's face. And she stood there waiting to say goodbye to him. She went to the door, opened the door back up, and hollered at him, don't come back. Don't come back. Go where you wish to go and stay there. And so he walked away. He said to himself, good enough. I'm tired of everything anyway. So he kept on walking. He threw the bucket down. He didn't care how his grandmother would get the rest of the water. He was done. So he walked to the village, wondering who he would meet. He saw these people over here and the people over there, and he wondered who would greet him and invite him to their house. Sure enough, there were some people that invited him to their game, invited him to a dance, invited him here and there, and finally he found a place where he could stay with another man. Good. This was going to be just the life he wanted and craved for, all the while he was getting so bored with his grandmother. He didn't even think of his grandmother. And he was having such a good time with all the people of his age, younger and older. It was so interesting. And he just felt like one of the crowd. And that's all that he really wanted, was to be one of the crowd. And so there were times when they got into mischief. There were times when they picked on other people, women or girls or other men. Maybe they'd tease them, and oh, this was one of the times where he had to be so careful not to get in trouble. And he would run back to where he was living with this other man. No questions were asked. He would just lay down and go to sleep and think about the day's happenings. Okay, well, it was a long, long time. And he started to get bored again. And he thought to himself, there has to be something else to do. He's living on the edge, and he knew it. And so he thought to himself, I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to these other men over here. They have women with them. So he went to the place where there were men that had women. Oh, this was part of the dark side of life, but he wanted to experience it in his newness to the world. And he had his time with them, and he got tired of that. Too soon he got tired of that. And he came back to where he was permitted to stay, to sleep, to eat, and to talk with other men. And so he talked to these other men, and he said, what can I do? I think I'd like to go back home. But my grandmother kicked me out and told me never, never, never to come back. What can I do? And the men said, you should talk to the old men over there. There's an old man over here that went through that, and he knows. So you go and you see him. So the boy slept that night and rested, and he put some food in his pouch the next day, and he went walking. He got to the old man's house, and he told the old man, I brought you some meat. Would you please help me? I have a problem. I want to go back home, but my grandmother kicked me out, told me never, never, never to come back. And I want to go home. I'm lonesome for my bed. I'm lonesome for my home and the privacy of my home. Please help me. And the old man says, sit down. I want to talk to you. And so they sat at the old man's table, and the old man just looked at him. Are you sure you've had enough? Oh, I'm so sure. I'm so sure. I just can't make myself fit anymore. It's just uncomfortable. I'm unhappy most of the time, no matter who I meet, no matter where I go. It's just not what I thought it would be. So the old man leaned back and he said, well, in order to get back home, you have to earn your way back home. Long ago, we had to kill a beast before we could go back home. And he told about the beast, Sxan. Sxan is the one that made Chuckanut Drive. And so he said, you kill the beast, then you can go home. But there are more skeletons round and about where Sxan lives. And the little boy, the young man said, where does he live? What does he do? You have to find that out for yourself. You go and you watch him. You spend time bathing in the woods, bathing and fasting and watching the terrible beast. And so he went and he watched and he learned the habits of the Sxan. Every day he'd crawl on the same path, and he could see how many times he must have come across, traveling to this island and this island to go and get his food and then back on home. And he watched where he slept. He stood on the hill at Bow Hill, and he watched the serpent as he found his way and coiled himself and went to sleep. So he watched and watched, and he thought to himself, I know what I can do. He started his song about the beast and about how it rested and how it went to sleep in the beautiful countryside of Bow Hill. He knew that he was safe here. He knew that everything was calm. He knew there was no jumping of deer. He knew there was no fish in the vicinity. It was too shallow. And so he thought to himself, his sing-song went on and on and on and on, on and on and on. He sang his song tirelessly. He sang his song. The beast went to sleep, sound asleep. Then he took his weapons that he had prepared. He took his weapons, sharpened them, made them smooth, testing them, making sure they were strong enough to kill the beast. Well, in his heart, he was singing to the beast. In his heart, it carried on the melody that put the terrible beast to sleep. Then when he was ready, he took his weapons and he saw the soft parts of the terrible beast. Well, he killed the beast. When he killed the beast with his weapons, that was the hardest thing for him to do because he knew he had to pierce and the softest part of the terrible beast's skin, right here under the chin, and down he'd go, pouncing upon the beast while he was sound asleep. Oh, and he made it. And the beast rolled over and loosened up his big coil, and the boy was victorious. Oh, the boy was thinking about his home. He knew that he could beg his grandmother, I have killed the beast. Now may I come home. He was thinking of the comfort of his own bed. He was thinking of the comfort of his own table. He was thinking of the comfort of talking to his grandmother as she worked on baskets, as she knit the socks that he wore. Oh, he wanted to go home. But when he saw that the terrible beast was really gone, then he walked home. See home, they call it. See home, see home in some languages, see home hill in Bellingham. He went to his place, knocked on the door. Grandma, Grandma, I killed the beast. I killed the beast, Grandma. May I come home? I'm tired and I want to come home. And she says, oh, my grandson, he did it. She went, hobbled to the door, opened it up for her grandson. Oh, she embraced him. Come on in. Your bed is waiting for you. And so he was so happy to come home. And that's how it is today. Even today, we have horrible beasts in drugs. We have horrible beasts in alcohol. We have horrible beasts in domestic violence. We have horrible beasts that we must kill on our own. Then feel at home.